Katy Perry's latest single, Woman's World, her long-awaited return to music. This song has been garnering a lot of attention, and not all for good reasons. People are calling her out for hypocrisy all over the internet. Let's take a look at some of the comments. One user wrote, "This looks like a parody of feminism gone wrong." And that comment has over 36k likes. That's crazy. Another comment says, "This is what a feminist video clip would look like if made by a guy." Ouch. And then there's this. "I am glad that a song that was supposed to be the women anthem was written by 4 men. One of them being a predator. There's nothing empowering about that." Yes, here comes the other problem. Katy collaborated with Lukas Gottwald, better known as Dr. Luke. He's been embroiled in serious controversies and allegations, which makes this collaboration all the more contentious. Why is it controversial for Katy Perry to work with Dr. Luke? How Woman's World is a failed attempt at feminism. And can Katy Perry make a comeback out of this mess? So, why is this such a big deal? Let's take a trip back to 2014, when a series of lawsuits and countersuits between Kesha and Dr. Luke began. In September 2013, a fan of Kesha set up a petition to free Kesha from Dr. Luke's management, accusing Luke of stunting Kesha creative growth as an artist. The petition received over 10,000 signatures. If you think fan was overreacting, nah. It was later revealed on Kesha, My Crazy Beautiful Life, that Kesha herself had little creative control over her album Warrior, and that certain songs were omitted from the album against her wishes. Kesha had written over 70 songs intended for Warrior, but Dr. Luke scrapped many of them. The co-director of My Crazy Beautiful Life even tweeted a picture of front row fans at one of Kesha concerts carrying banners that said, "F Dr. Luke." Talk about making a statement. Kesha mother P blamed Dr. Luke for her daughter's lack of creative input and hoped that Kesha would be dropped from RCA Records. And things only went downhill from there after working together for 10 years. In October 2014, Kesha sued Dr. Luke for sexual assault, sexual harassment, gender violence, emotional abuse, and violation of California business practices. There were some very serious allegations. She states that Dr. Luke repeatedly drugged her, had sexual contact with her, with and without her consent, and that his abuse caused her eating disorder. Kesha asked the court to break her contract with Dr. Luke. In response, he filed a countersuit against Kesha alleging defamation, accusing her mother, and her management of fabricating the abuse claims to break her contract with him. He filed defamation against Kesha lawyers as well when the allegations of Luke had R-word Lady Gaga came out. Not only that, Kesha also accused Dr. Luke of R-wording Katy Perry. Lady Gaga team denied any such incident, and Katy Perry and Dr. Luke both denied this allegation as well. And judge ruled there were no evidence supporting Kesha account. The verdict sparked protests outside the courtroom by Kesha supporters and started the hashtag Free Kesha movement online. Responding to the online campaign, Dr. Luke tweeted once, "I didn't R Kesha and I have never had her. Kesha and I were friends for many years, and she was like my little sister." He further added that the lawsuit was motivated by money. The timeline of this court case is too long to cover for this video, because I want to focus on Katy Perry. Kesha and Dr. Luke released a joint statement on June 22nd, 2023, saying they have officially reached a settlement about a month before the case was to go to trial. In her statement, Kesha says, while she does not recall everything that happened the night of the alleged assault, she's looking forward to moving on with her life and wishes peace to all parties involved. Dr. Luke continued to deny Kesha's original claims in his statement. Details of the settlement were not revealed on the song Women's World ahead of her new album, 143. Perry sings lyrics that nod to women's empowerment, like, "It's a woman's world and you're lucky to be living in it," and "Fire in her eyes, feminine divine, she was born to shine." Song has so many bad reviews and mixed feelings online. This song was supposed to be her strong comeback in the music industry, but fans online labeled song as so outdated. The Guardian gave the single 1 star out of 5 and criticized the song and its music video, calling them a dated attempt at writing a feminist anthem about how women really can have it all. It's a song that made me feel stupider every time I listened to it. The Cut called it desperate, adding the song makes her seem like she's stuck in 2016 in a la-di-da dimension in which male tears mugs make bank on Etsy. Woman's World is a catchy anthem celebrating how amazing women are. Katy Perry sings about women being sisters and mothers, as if those are the only 2 identities she can think of. Open your eyes, just look around and you'll discover. Criticism of Perry for living in a fantasy world like Barbie and Barbie Land, where outdated things are still relevant. and small acts seem rebellious. Perry mentioned in an interview that people know her for songs with messages and t-shirt slogans, but this shows she doesn't understand why people really like her music. Her songs are best when they offer fantasy and escape, not social commentary. Woman's World ends up being so unremarkable and awkward that it distracts from the fact that it was produced by someone accused of misconduct. The song is technically well made and has a dance pop beat that works for clubs, but it's not very memorable. The beat is basic, and fans compared it to Lady Gaga's Stupid Love rather than the Madonna era Perry aimed for. Perry sings well without overdoing it, and the chorus is strong. However, the song lacks a strong message. It offers vague feminist empowerment, which might have worked years ago, but feels outdated now. The lyrics are full of praise for women, but don't say much. Sexy, confident, so intelligent. She is heaven sent, so soft, so strong. The music video shows women doing things like construction work and drinking whiskey, but it feels obvious rather than clever. Message is also undercut by the fact that it was co-produced by Dr.Luke, who has been accused of sexual assault. This makes it contradictory to sing about strength and sisterhood over a beat made by someone with such allegations. And then there are involved more men than women, with Perry's writing team having 4 men and 1 woman. Chloe Angelides, who works for Dr. Luke's company, and it still sounds like AI wrote this song. Why? Clearly, Perry is trying to return to a world that's just not there anymore. Comments like song is giving 2015 BuzzFeed vibes. And music video looks like it was made in multiple universe by Vought as a PR stunt. Online, people have criticized Perry for supporting billionaire Rick Caruso during his 2022 run for LA mayor, seeing it as a contradiction to her Woman's World message. Caruso, a former Republican, was criticized for his past donations to anti-abortion groups and lost to Karen Bass. Perry posted a picture on Instagram voting for Caruso, saying LA is a mess, and then turned off comments. Fans were expecting much more from Katy Perry, and this song doesn't meet those expectations. In a time where TikTok and Instagram Reels can make any song a hit, it's easier than ever to chart in the top 100. However, Katy needs to understand that Gen Z is smarter and harder to please. If Katy Perry wants to hit #1 and make a true comeback, she needs to tap into and resonate with today's audience. Authenticity, fresh perspectives, and innovative sounds will help her reconnect with fans and stand out in a crowded music landscape. Fake feminism songs, especially when she herself isn't fully feminist, won't work. Other artists like Pink and Kelly Clarkson have vowed to stand in solidarity with Kesha and never work with Dr. Luke again. Actress Abigail Breslin seemingly called Perry out for working with Dr. Luke, tweeting, "Working with known abusers in any industry just contributes to the narrative that men can do abhorrent things and get away with it." Breslin later said she received death threats for the post. The internet doesn't forget, and definitely doesn't forgive. So Perry needs to carefully consider whom she collaborates with. But she doesn't seem to care much. But now she really needs to take it seriously after this flop feminist anthem release. There is still hope for her upcoming album, 143. Let's see what happens. If you watch this video, you may enjoy watching this one too. And do consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.